Good morning. It is day 13 in the October YouTube Pagan Vlog Challenge. And today's word is superstition. Now, I touched base on some superstition earlier. I think for my the word old earlier. But so I looked up some like local traditions or local superstitions here in here where I live, which is in Wyoming. And I looked up some fairy superstitions too, to kind of like give you something different. And because I like the fairy, and if I'm going to research something, I might as well research something that I enjoy. So to start, the Wyoming superstitions, they're mostly like cowboy related generally. I guess they consider Wyoming like the cowboy state. And there's lots of, horseback riding and like the tournaments for riding bulls and stuff like that. So there's a lot of superstition around that, like just like any sport, I guess. So first, let's do eating black-eyed peas on New Year's will bring prosperity for the year. Yuck. Never cross your boots when you take them off so you won't get tripped up. I think I've heard that one before. When you kill a rattlesnake, cut off a head and bury it. Keep rattles for luck and turn the snake belly up for rain. And then don't compete with change in your pocket because that's all you might win. So those are the cowboy ones. And now the fairy ones. I like these ones better, but I only have a couple of them. I didn't want to spend like a ton of time looking up a ton of different fairy superstitions. So I just picked the ones that I liked and that would provide something other than what everybody knows. All right, so there's a book called Lady Wild's Ancient Legends of Ireland. And there's a couple in here, a couple fairy superstitions in here that I thought were interesting. So when a woman goes into labor, you have to open and unlock everything in the house, including drawers. But when the child is born, you have to quickly lock them all back up so that a fairy doesn't come and steal the baby and exchange it for a changeling. And you can't unlock them again until you've like taking precautions to keep the baby safe, which is putting like a hot red coal under the crib and putting a mountain ash tree piece above the crib, tied up above the crib. And then the second one for that is that people who are born in the morning can't see fairies or the Fey world. And then people born at night have the powers over ghosts and are able to see the spirits of the dead. Now, I'd never heard of either one of these two before, so I thought those were interesting. And then I looked up Ireland, like fairy superstitions in Ireland, and the main one that kept coming up had to do with trees, like hawthorn trees. I guess that's pretty prevalent in Ireland. But anyways, they're considered fairy trees. And I bet there's probably some local way of like figuring out which one would be a fairy tree. I couldn't find it specifically, so I didn't like go into deep detail about how to find them. But anyways, in Ireland, fairy trees are regarded as like a sacred site for wee folk, and it's believed that if you damage or cut one down, then you'll be faced with an entire life of bad luck. And apparently there'll be fields that have just these single trees there, and that's what they are, fairy trees, because everybody refuses to cut them down. So it even stops work in, like, if they're building a road or something like that. If there's a fairy tree there, the workers won't cut it down, they'll just build around it. So I thought those were interesting, and I hope you did too. So you guys have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.